President Trump's so-called Liberation Day, when retaliatory tariffs as well as the resumption of tariffs on Mexico and Canada are set to take effect, coming up Wednesday, April 2nd. In a post on Truth Social, Trump called on American farmers to get ready to sell a lot of their products inside the U.S. and to, quote, have fun. So far, farmers have already been caught in the middle of the brewing trade war with China, retaliating against the U.S., imposing 15% tariffs on chicken, wheat, and corn, as well as 10% tariffs on soybeans, pork, beef, and fruit earlier this month. So how could the next round of tariffs impact agriculture? Joining us to discuss, John Boyd Jr. He is a fourth-generation farmer and founder and president of the National Black Farmers Association. And of course, we still have Lou Bassanese with us. John, you know I love speaking with you. Thank you for making the time this morning. I know that you have spoken with members of the Trump administration about the impact of these tariffs. Talk to me about who you spoke with, what you told them about how tariffs could impact your industry.
Well, I reached out to the White House and talked to Lynn Patton in reference to the tariffs and the effect on America's farmers. President Trump's trade war is running American farmers out of business. Every time the president says the word tariff, it creates havoc in the markets. And many Americans don't understand that corn, wheat, and soybeans are all market-driven commodities. So they think that farmers can just pull up beside the truck, beside the road with their trucks and determine what the price of their commodities are going to be. That's not how this works, people. We rely on the markets to sell corn, wheat, and soybeans at harvest time, and the prices are dropping. The markets are unstable, and it's a cast of uncertainty over America's farmers. This administration has created doubt with agricultural lenders, because we have to put those projections on our loan applications, what we're going to sell our commodities for. So this is a bad time, right at planting season. The president is talking about imposing more tariffs on April 2nd, right at planting season when America's farmers are pulling out our corn planters and filling them up with corn, trying to plant our crop. And we're getting calls from farmers from around the country who are afraid to plant their crops this year. I've told them to go ahead and put their crops in the ground, but that's the type of uncertainty that President Trump has created for America's farmers.
It's a lot of uncertainty. I wonder, you talk about some of the potential impact here. Walk me through how farmers are preparing from a financial hit perspective, because from the market perspective, the idea might just be, well, it's a one-time price hike. Just increase your prices, and then from there, it'll be okay. Talk me through your thought on that.
Well, we won't have the opportunity, those commodity farmers like myself. And I raise corn, wheat, and soybeans. I've been farming for 42 years. The president says there's going to be some bumps on the road and have fun trading, our products here at home. Who's going to buy them? Who's going to buy the soybeans? We rely on China primarily for that market. The largest purchaser of U.S.-grown corn is Mexico, and he's imposing tariffs there as well. Those are our markets. So I think it's very disheartening that the president is telling America's farmers that we're going to have to wait, and it's going to be a troubling time for us right now. We need some things put in place, and the Agriculture Department is sending farmers some sort of application that we have to fill out to get some sort of relief. That's not what farmers need. We need a good, solid market that we can rely on and stability. This is the oldest occupation in history for America, which is farmers. And the president is gambling with our livelihoods and gambling with our profession right now.
John, I don't want to pretend I know much about farming. I had 40 chickens at one point in my life, and that's the extent of it. But I do want to ask you said something about we need immediate relief, and I agree with you. Obviously, the best case is get rid of the tariffs, and you can get back to normal farming. But is there something else? You talked about loan applications. Is there some financial intervention here where we could work with the banks to help farmers adjust based upon these on-again, off-again tariffs?
I would love to hear from the top 10 banks and putting an emergency loan program for our nation's farmers right now. That's my first request. And the second is in the lame duck session, Congress passed $10 billion that's supposed to assist America's farmers around the country. And we haven't gotten those monies. And USDA is sending applications to farmers that we have to send in and fill out. And I'm not sure when we're going to get that. But I can tell you this, planting season is a short window of opportunity, 30 to 45 days that we have to get our planters in the ground and get our crops planted with no hiccups. And anytime after that, we start affecting our yields. So if you plant late, you don't get a maximum harvest due to Mother Nature. So these are things that farmers have to deal with. So when the president says wait, that's not a good definition for America's farmers. This is a timely occupation, and the people around him should be advising the president of this, that they should put some things in place to offset that price reduction for America's farmers and open up a revenue stream for America's farmers so we can get farm operating loans with no nonsense, right now. So USDA, this administration came in and put a halt on grants. I want to be very, very clear, and loans in this country. So it's making it very, very difficult. They're closing up USDA offices around the country. People, this is bad for America's farmers, and someone should advise the president, the last office you want to close in this country is something that American farming needs to do business with.
Yeah. All right, John, great overview. Our thoughts are with you this season. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you talk to members of the Trump administration again, give us a call. We want to hear how that goes. Thank you so much, John Boyd Jr.
For America's farmers. Thank you.